While I'm sitting waiting for dinner after a wonderful, exciting day, I thought I'd do a little Hindsight is 2020 strictly for Istanbul. As I've mentioned before, the Turks are wonderfully warm, hospitable people. Everybody's willing to help you. No problems, even if they don't speak English. If you point on the map, they point you in the right direction and keep on going. We both love Istanbul. There's always something new to see and do. I don't have a bad thing to say about it. If you haven't been to Turkey, you don't know what you're missing. Please, please, please come. And I will say one of my few words of Turkish, teşekkür, which is thank you so much for your views. I have got to add to my Hindsight is 2020. This is really important regarding ATM machines. I made a major faux pas the first 2 times that we used the ATM, and hopefully this will keep you from making the same expensive mistake. You have 2 choices on the ATM here in Turkey. I've never seen this before. Number 1, it says convert your money to Turkish lira. Number 2, I guess I was too jet lagged to read everything, and after I pressed number 2, I later found out that it converted our money to US dollars, which of course then gets converted back to Turkish lira, and there was a 27 US dollar charge, ATM charge. So you know when you're in Turkey, if you use an ATM, whether or not it's euro or whatever, press number 1, your first choice, change into Turkish lira. Like I always say, I do the heavy lifting and make the mistakes so you don't have to. Odds are, if you visit Ephesus, you're going to be on one of the usual 700 cruise ships that come into port every single summer in a normal year, not a COVID year for sure. You will get off the ship early in the morning. They will whisk you into Ephesus. You'll spend an hour and a half there, and you'll see everything else that we saw in a few days. For us, it was perfect, having a chance just to see everything at our leisure, hear all the stories, and take our time. We spent 3 hours in Ephesus, and odds are you will never come into Selçuk itself. Cute little town, lots of restaurants, hotels, and I consider ourselves fortunate that we basically had all these sites to ourselves with few tourists. Unfortunate for the people who depend on tourism for a living, but for us it was great. It's time for a little Hindsight is 2020, but before that, a few shout-outs. Hi, Michael, Neil, Eddie. Thanks for all your views. It's really appreciated. First of all, hotels. Steve and I batted 1,000 on this trip. I loved all 3 places that we stayed. The food was good throughout the trip, sometimes even great. Much history as usual, and of course the wonderful Turkish people. Bodrum specifically. Unless you want lots of sun and sea that you're going to lay on a beach every single day, I would choose Antalya or Fethiye or one of the smaller little towns that has so much charm. I'm not saying there's anything the matter with Bodrum, but it's a whole different spectrum of tourism. It's a big, big tourism destination for sun and sea. It's been a great trip. I'm so glad we ventured out of the country, and I was very excited. I went on CNN early today and I saw that Colombia has now opened up for tourism. So perhaps I've got a new destination or a repeat destination in mind for during the winter. Stay well, stay healthy, travel. I love answering your questions and hearing your observations. Till next time, teşekkür. Remember, we all have opinions, and mine is just one out of from infinity to beyond.